What's up, Ready? What's up, everybody? It's Coach Nicole from Elevate St. Pete, and today's Elevate at Home workout is a dumbbell workout. So we have two pieces. We have a strength piece, which we're going to focus on moving well, going as heavy as we can with what we have at home, and then focusing on feeling the movement in the right area. The second piece is our conditioning, where we're definitely going to get your heart rate up. We're going to start to go fast, get really sweaty. So let's talk about the first portion. So for strength today, we have two movements. We are going to alternate for 4 sets between staggered RDLs. So that's going to be 8 reps on the left leg, 8 reps on the right leg, and then we're going to do reverse lunges. 8 on the left, 8 on the right. Okay, you're going to have minimal rest in between the two movements. You're just going to go back and forth until your 4 sets are complete, and then you'll rest 2 to 3 minutes, and that will take us into the conditioning piece. Now, the conditioning piece, you can do anywhere between 4 to 8 rounds. That just depends on your fitness level and what challenges you. You are going to cycle through 14 alternating dumbbell snatches. You're going to do 10 push-ups, and then you're going to sprint 100 meters, and then you'll rest after that is done. And you'll do that for as many rounds as you can. I want you to do a minimum of 4 rounds, but no more than 8. The first movement we have for our strength portion today is a staggered leg RDL. Okay, so an RDL is a hip hinge movement, which means we're focusing on feeling it in the back side of your leg. Okay, hamstring on the way down, and then you're firing through your glutes at the top to finish the movement. So you're gonna pick a staggered stance. So that means the front leg is loaded, but the back leg is just kind of used as a little bit of a support, almost like a kickstand, okay? So the majority of the weight is going to be in the front leg. We're gonna feel it the most in that front leg. So we're gonna plant that front foot, we're gonna soften that front knee, we're gonna place, think about 2 to 3 pounds in the back foot. Okay, we're gonna roll our shoulders back, and the first movement we're gonna do is send those hips backwards, okay? That's that hip hinge movement. So instead of just bending forward, I want you to send the hips backwards while keeping this back very, very straight, okay? So you're gonna send the hips back. That's where you're gonna start to feel that stretch down the back of that front leg. You're gonna go as low as you can when you feel a very tight stretch in the hamstring, but making sure that that back stays flat. I don't want any rounding here. So if you're at home and this is a new movement to you, maybe film yourself doing it or try to do it in front of a mirror so you can see that, but only go as far down as necessary for you to feel that stretch. For some of you, it's going to be here. More flexible people, you may be able to touch the ground. The important part is to keep that back very flat. On the way up, you're going to drive through that front heel and squeeze your butt to finish the movement. Okay, I'm going to show you with the dumbbells. So you're going to load that front foot, soften the knee, set those shoulders back. First movement, send the hips backwards. Keep loading that front leg, big stretch down the hamstrings. My back is flat. I drive up and finish. Okay, find something to stare out in front of you to help for balance. Send those hips back. Feel that stretch, push through that front heel, come back up. Okay, so you do 8 on the left, you'll switch, you'll do 8 on the right, and then you're immediately going to go into reverse lunges. Now, you may not be able to do as heavy of reverse lunges. You may be able to use the same dumbbells. Some of you, you'll just do body weight for these reverse lunges, and that is totally fine. But you're going to start with feet together, okay? Step back, a big enough step to where you're balanced, okay? And make sure that you don't go directly behind you in a straight line. You can widen your feet, widen that base and increase your balance, and then step out. Step back, lower yourself down to where your knee touches the ground. This front shin is pretty vertical, and you're gonna come back together, okay? So step, lower down, back together. Step, lower down, back together. Holding onto the dumbbells looks like this. Step, lower down, back together. Step, lower down, back together. Keep those shoulders up, keep your chest up. So remember, it's 8 on the left, 8 on the right for your RDLs, and then 8 on the left, 8 on the right for your alternating lunges. Really could just be 16 alternating lunges. Now after that, you will rest, and then we'll go into the conditioning piece. Conditioning piece, remember, you're gonna do anywhere between 4 and 8 rounds, right? Whatever challenges you, don't go more than 8 rounds. That's plenty for this workout. So the first movement we have are alternating dumbbell snatches, okay? So you're gonna wanna pick a weight that you can control all the way up, lock out on top of your head, and go all the way back down, okay? So So there's two variations to this dumbbell snatch. That's going to depend on if you have lower back issues, how flexible your hamstrings and your hips are. So that determines, are you going to be going all the way to the ground every single rep, or are you going to go from the hang position, okay? If you do have any low back issues, if you have any problems touching the ground standing, you should not go from the floor. You will do a hang dumbbell snatch, okay? So I'll show you what the hang dumbbell snatch looks like first, and then I'll show you what the full movement is, as long as you have no low back issues, as long as you can touch the ground and hang out there with your hands. Now, the hang snatch, okay, I'll just pretend like I have a dumbbell in my hands. You're gonna have the dumbbell in between your legs, okay? You're gonna soften those knees. You're gonna send those hips back, keep that back flat. And from here, I'm gonna extend up. Okay, you can jump slightly, but that dumbbell traces right in front of my body, and I'm going to lock out right on top of my shoulder. Okay, so by the time I finish the movement, the dumbbell's controlled overhead. Okay, it's not out in front, it's not out to the side, my elbow's not bent, it's locked out on top. And then I place the dumbbell right where it started. Okay, and then I'll switch hands. Send the hips back, extend, lock out on top. Okay, so I'll show you one time. Start from the hang position, send the hips back, okay? Locks out right on top. I lock out my knees, the rep is finished. Okay, go back down, switch arms, send the hips back, lock out, back down. Really important with the snatch that the dumbbell doesn't go way out in front of you, or you don't make it into two movements. I don't want to see clean press. I want to see one fluid movement, so by the time that dumbbell starts getting up to your face, think about punching up towards the sky or the ceiling. So you have 14 alternating. Now that's from the hang. If your back allows it, then you can go all the way to the ground, okay? So now, dumbbell starts in between your feet, okay? You're gonna send those hips back, flatten the back, bend the knees. From here, the dumbbell is still going to travel very close to your body. It's always going to stay right between your feet. From here, then you go all the way back down. Okay? See how close it stays? It does not go out front. Control it every single time. Make sure to not drop your dumbbells, to set them down very, very gently. So after you're done with your 14 dumbbell snatches, then you have 10 push-ups. Now the push-ups can be done from the ground on a flat surface, if you can handle that as far as upper body strength, or we can also do it on the incline, okay? So a solid push-up from the floor, your hands are right underneath your shoulders, your feet are together, and then you're a straight line from shoulder to ankle. So I don't want to see your hips up, I don't want to see your hips dipping to have this big curve in your low back, and then your elbows will always track by your side. When we're doing our push-up, we want our hands right around our chest. We want our elbows pointing behind us. We don't want our hands up at our face. We don't want our elbows twisting out to the side here, okay? So you set up from the top, lower down, all the way down, back up. Elbows stay by my side the whole time. I don't want to slink down, okay? So if you're having trouble touching your chest to the ground, and removing your entire body at the same time, then you want to do an incline push-up. But the position is still the same, the movement is still the same. We're just gonna go to an elevated surface, so there's less weight going into your upper body and there's more weight distributed into the feet. So on a chair, a coffee table, a couch, set up the same way. Okay, I'm still straight from shoulder to ankle, lowering down, back up, lowering down, back up. My elbows stay right by my side. So you have 10 push-ups, and then you're gonna go for 100-meter sprints, okay? So whatever marker you have outside, a tree, a car, a mailbox, whatever, you wanna sprint as fast as you can, and then you have a minute to rest. So because you have that built-in minute, this is a pretty intense workout. You wanna get through the 14 snatches, the 10 push-ups, and the 100-meter sprint, not jog, as quickly as you can, and do 4 to 8 rounds.